Hello,
Hi.
Jiangmin.
Yeah, this is Jongmin, but just call me John.
All right, I will. It's nice to meet you, Jiang.
Nice to meet you.
Um, and where are you from?
I'm from South Korea, but I'm living in New York for now.
Ah,
So, yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
What are you living in New York for?
Uh, I just got my graduate degree, and I'm here working as an analyst. So, yeah, that's why that's why I'm here.
Wow, very cool, very cool.
Mhm.
Um, I'm in New York as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
I've never been, I don't think I've ever had a student in the same city as
Oh,
me
really?
on Verbling. Yeah,
Yeah,
so cool.
yeah, cool. Mhm.
And Julian, hello.
Hi Stephanie, how are you? How you
I'm
doing?
great. How are you?
Oh, very good. But it's a hostess day today, but very good, really. It's a good weekend.
Good, good. Yeah, it's been very hot in New York the past
Yes,
few
yeah,
days as well. Yeah. Um,
yes, yeah. But
oh,
that's it's great. It's
yeah, yeah.
better than rainy.
That's true. And or snow. So,
Yes, yes. Maybe I don't know because I don't. Never in my life I stay in the snow.
ah,
Because here we don't have seasons, but I think so. It's better a little heat better than as a cold
it
of the
is.
yeah.
Definitely is. I've always lived in places with snow, so
Yeah.
I can tell you, hot,
Yeah.
hot is much better.
Yes, I believe you. Sure.
All right. Well, so this is speaking practice. We should have more people joining us, I hope. Um, but the main idea of this class is just for you to have um, a chance to speak in a way that's similar to a speaking exam. Um, so it's like a structured conversation with questions about a topic. So you'll use different vocabulary, different grammar structures, um, and you'll really be working on fluency. And because of that, I won't really correct much unless I'm confused um, or if there's some big error, um, or of course if you have any questions. Um, so that's the idea behind the class. Um, and I guess before we go, I'll just share a link with you. Well, I'll ask you, are either of you taking a speaking exam soon?
No.
No,
No, okay, so you
I
probably,
did that in the past.
okay, yeah. Well, so then you probably don't need to learn about the tests at all or how they're scored. But I will put the link in the chat just for anyone who wants to see kind of how speaking is analyzed.
So
Yeah, and that's the IELTS rating descriptors there. And let's see, Kako, hello. Uh-oh. Kako, are you there? All right. Hopefully he's just getting set up. All right, so let's get started. Today is kind of a fun, it's a little bit different. Usually we have a topic like art or business or clothes. But today the topic is actually getting to know each other. So this will be really good for social language. Most speaking exams do have a social language section. It's usually the first part, um, They usually have social language, like conversational, everyday type language, and then they have an academic section with more advanced vocabulary and grammar. So this will be good for the social language, and it will be fun for all of us to get to know each other better, too. Oh, great. Anna Carolina, welcome.
Thank you, Stephanie. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking you.
Good. I'm good. Great. Thank you for asking.
Have you been enjoying your new job?
I have. It's been keeping me busy, but I'm getting used to it a little bit. So hopefully be able to pick up more classes on Verbling as I get settled in that job. So I feel like I haven't taught in a long time. I haven't taught on Verbling since Tuesday, so it feels like a long time.
Yes, teacher, we've been missing you.
I've missed you too, and I'm glad you're here. This is going to be a fun one. So good social conversational questions today, getting to know each other. It is a small class, but I think we'll still stick to a 2-minute limit. That way we'll get to more questions. And I think it seems to be a good amount of time for people to express themselves without repeating. All right, so let's go. What do you watch on TV? We'll just start to my left if that's okay. Julian, will you go first?
Okay.
All right.
Well, really, I watch TV maybe, I don't know, 8 hours per week. It's not my favorite activity, but when I watch TV, I try to watch movies, and sometimes I watch TNT, and other channel, Fox. Really, I try to watch these channels because these channels, the movies are in English, and try to understand in English without subtitles. And so in other few cases, I try to watch other channels like Warner to see TV shows, but really I don't understand so much the conversation, and I don't follow the TV, the chapter. I don't say is that the chapter, the season,
Yeah, we have, sorry, yeah, with TV in English it's a little different. We have the show is called the series,
yes,
and then every year there's one season,
yeah, that's
and each season has an episode.
yes, episode, yes. It's maybe almost of the series launch a new episode every week. Then that's it's I am watching now. But in the weekends, maybe in the Saturday, I like so much soccer. I try to watch to relax. One play soccer, maybe in the European football league, like Spain or England. But really, it's only for to waste time me when I to stay in the bed watching TV, eating some snacks and drink maybe one water or other drink. But that's it. That's that I try to see in the when I watch TV. Maybe in the last year, on in this year, in the beginning, in this when it started the year, I tried to watch Nat Geo and Discovery Channel, but in some cases, these channels repeat a lot his programs, and I am tired for that because I don't found any interesting and new in these programs, and I changed for the TV channels and series channels.
Great, great. All right, excellent. Great, and that was a full 2 minutes, a little bit over 2 minutes. Good.
Sorry.
No. It was good. Good expressing. Yeah, and it does seem like in the summer, especially, those channels repeat the
Yes.
programs a lot. I guess more people are outside in the summertime. Yeah. All right, great,
Yeah, the
interesting.
summer is very boring in watching TV.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Good. Sounds like you have a wide variety of uses for your TV time. Great. Thank you, Julian.
Okay.
All right, John, your turn. What do you watch on TV?
Uh, mm, well, frankly speaking, I don't think I watch anything on TV because there are so many interesting things on, like, on the internet, like YouTube. If you go to YouTube, then like you could watch some episodes from, not just episodes, like just some clips from my favorite shows on YouTube, and then I think that uh, if I watch TV, then presumably that's because there's some interesting sports event. So, where other than that, I don't think I watch TV a lot, thanks to the development of technology. So yeah, so I think that's what I usually do when it comes to watching something on TV. And well, let me think about more on this one. Yeah, I don't know, like just yeah, that's usually what I do because I can download any like American show on from the internet or from like what was that? I don't remember that downloaded thing like.
From iTunes or
No,
there's a
no,
lot of places.
no, like just like that sharing, like sharing stuff. Uh, what was that?
I don't know. I actually use Popcorn Time. Have you heard of that one? I
No.
think it's a sharing site, but you don't. I think you can just stream the TV shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in fact, I'll put that in the link. It's a good one.
Uh, yeah. Thanks so much. Uh, like I don't know. It is legal or like, but there's a really nice sharing software. Like how can I record? I cannot record it. Hold on. But anyway, yeah, I watch all those, you know, most things on my laptop. I don't watch, basically because I don't have TV here.
Yeah.
I don't think, you know.
Yeah, I think that's more and more common.
Right, true.
Yeah, especially with younger people.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. All right. Well, that was 2 minutes, so great. Thank you, John.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Kako, how about hello? Let's see if your sound is working now. We can't hear you.
Hello, teacher.
There you are. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
Nice
good.
to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you again too. All right, so our topic is kind of getting to know you. What TV or what do you like to watch on TV?
Teacher, nowadays I don't watch TV because Brazilian TV programmation is have been extremely bad. Their themes don't catch my attention. On the other hand, I don't have enough time to sit to watch TV. Because of that, I I prefer to hear radio. Then I I I on a daily basis listen to BBC or uh, some Brazilian radio specialized in journalism. I like very much to listen to news. Um, when I want to watch videos, I use I frequently use YouTube. I sometimes watch TED talk shows because I find them extremely interesting. They are innovative. They and at the same time they contribute to improve my listening skills.
Great, great, excellent. Yeah, so other forms of entertainment aside from TV, listening. Great, yeah, I find myself listening to the radio often, podcasts and BBC, like you said. Yeah, it can be just as entertaining as TV. Great, thank you, Kako.
Thank you, teacher.
Yeah. Let's see. How about you, Ana Carolina? What do you watch on TV?
I'm sorry, teacher, there is a noise here. 1 second.
It sounds like beautiful music.
Yes, it's beautiful music, but um, hold on.
Okay. Maybe she's taking the class
Is
from
it
us.
bothering you?
No,
He
no,
doesn't want to stop. I've been begging.
no.
Okay.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's
Okay.
good.
Well, I like watching documentaries, especially about the criminal investigation. I used to enjoy soap operas, but I don't like them anymore. I like movies, a lot of kinds of movies. I have a soft spot for tearjerker movies, especially when the setting is during the Second War. And I like watching chick flicks movies as well, and comedies. And what else? I I don't like watching the news, but I have to, so I watch. I can't fall asleep without watching TV. And I like Law and Order, Special Victim Unities, House, and a lot of American series and sitcoms such as Friends, Big Bang Theory, Two and a Half Men, and so forth. Um, I watch a little bit of everything. But my favorite thing to watch on TV are movies, tearjerker movies about the Second World War, and sitcoms, and series about crime.
Oh, all right, very nice. Those are some of my favorite things too. I love the hour-long crime dramas, especially. And everyone tells me to watch Big Bang Theory. I have never seen it. But people, like my friends, tell me I would like it. So it's on my list of shows to watch soon. All right, great, everyone. So this question is actually rather unlikely to show up on a speaking exam. But anyhow, they're good conversation. So the next question, what was the last book you read? Ooh, can't remember the last one I read exactly. Well, I know the one I'm reading now, but let's see what you have to say. And Jong, it is your turn first. What was the last book you read?
I think that now I'm reading this book named, what was that? A Tipping Point. This book is about, like, how, when, like, like when you can make a decent progress or achievement, in from what you are trying to do, like, exercising or learning a language or whatever it is, like, it's, they say that, is she there? Like, I think she just left. Hello?
Hello?
Are you there? Like, just, you say,
Hello?
yeah, hello?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yes.
great. All right, that was weird. My screen just went black and then it came back, but nobody could hear me.
Yeah, that's something like, I don't know.
Weird. Okay, so I just refreshed it. So sorry about that, everyone. Zhang was just about to start talking about the last book you read.
Yeah, I was talking about that. So, yeah, anyway, yeah, and then, yeah, I was reading that book, that Tipping Point, and then that book is about, when you can make a decent progress from what you are trying to do, from, like, learning a language or, achieving something that you are trying to get. So, and it seems like, pretty interesting, like, it's analyzing in various ways, like, from social interactions or, like, psychological sense, or just, from historical events. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting book because I'm very interested in, psychology and some, like, this kind of topics. So, yeah, this is the book that I'm reading nowadays, and then the last book that I that I could say, that I read. So, yeah. Hello?
All right, great. Yeah, sorry about that. Great. And so it was called Tipping Point?
Yeah, Tipping Point. Yeah, actually, like, it's pretty famous, I guess.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it. Do you know the author?
Author is, I thought that, Malcolm Gladwell.
Okay. I've definitely heard of it.
Actually, he's Canadian.
Okay. It sounds like so you would recommend this book?
Absolutely. I think that, his book is, like, really, I don't know, outstanding or something, because, like, most of them are just bestsellers, and, there are many books like Blink or Outliers or, Tipping Point that I just said, and then these books are really good to read in terms of understanding psychological aspects of, everything that we are experiencing in our daily lives. So, yeah, I think, yeah, for that matter, I think his books are really recommendable. It's,
Good.
yeah, they're really good.
Great. Thanks for the recommendation. I'm going to write that down. Put it on my list.
Okay.
Great.
Mhm.
All right. How about you, Kako? What's the last book you read, or what are you reading right now?
Teacher, the last book I read was the Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. Um, he was a Czech author who wrote the book in German, but I read this version in English. It is not it has not a big volume. It is about 120 pages, but is very well written. Teacher, can you hear me? Oh, teacher lost.
Okay, it did it again where it just like Kako was in the middle of speaking and all of a sudden I couldn't hear him anymore. Okay, so I'm really sorry, Kako, but can you tell
No problem,
me one
teacher.
more time what was the last book you read?
Okay, I was telling you that the last book I read was The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka, a Czech writer who wrote this book in German. Even though I read it in English, it is 100 and about 120 pages. It is not so voluminous, but it is a great book who tells us about the transformation of the main character, the protagonist, Gregor Samsa, who subtly was transformed into a big, huge, verminous bug that seems to be a dung beetle, an enormous dung beetle in his bed. It tells us about the transformation that occurred in the bosom of his family. It is very interesting because approaches a lot of transformation under the point of view of the psychology. It was great.
Good, great. Yeah, that's a classic that I've always meant to read, but never have read. Even though I did visit, I was living in the Czech Republic last year, and I visited a few places historic to Kafka, but never read The Metamorphosis. I better put that on my list too. It sounds great.
I recommend it. I recommend you to read it, teacher. You will be fascinated.
All right. Yeah, well, your description was very good, so I think I'm going to write it on my list. I got a lot of reading. Great, thank you. How about Anna Carolina? What's the last book you read?
Okay. The last book I read, honestly, was 50 Shades of Grey. I've seen the movie as well, but I didn't like the movie. It's a erotic romance novel by a British author called named E.L. James, and basically it's about Anastasia Anna, a 21-year-old college senior attending Washington State University in Vancouver, and her best friend is Catherine Kate. And well, Kate had gotten a cold, and then she persuaded Anna to take her place in an interview a 27-year-old Christian Grey, a successful and wealthy entrepreneur in Seattle. And then Anna borrowed her car and went there in Seattle. And she was instantly attracted to Christian, and also she found him intimidating. Well, they ended up having a relationship, but Anna was very naive and um, Christian was stunning, wealthy, but how can I say? He was, I don't know how to say, sadistic.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I was about to say it was.
Yes, he was sadistic, and then, oh my gosh, um, she went through this relationship, you know, and went over hard and soft limits, and she she was enticed and confused at the same time, and the confusion was exacerbated by his gifts and the fact that he brought her to meet his family, and he had never done it before. But the end of the first book, they they broke up the relationship. It was split into three parts, but I bet I won't have time to talk about all of them.
Yeah. Actually, that was 2 minutes there, and I was just going to ask though, have you read all three?
Yes, and also I've seen the movie,
Uh,
but the movie was a letdown.
um,
I thought it was full of laughable dialogues, and I believe they shouldn't have chosen better the main characters because they are not very attractive.
I've heard that from a few people actually. Interesting. Yeah, I have read the book, but I have not seen the movie.
And did you like the book or no?
It was okay. It's not my style usually, but it made for a good read. It passed the time. It was interesting.
The same here. It's not my style, my favorite genre. Gen, gen,
Genre.
sorry, genre. However, a bunch of friends had recommended me
Recommended it to you.
recommended it to me, the book, and everyone was talking about it. It was on everyone's mouth.
Yeah, that's why I read it too. Yeah, everyone was talking about it. So it was like, what's the big deal? I have to read this. Fun, great, and great description. I could follow you exactly. So wonderful. And one more, Julian, how about you? What's the last book you read?
The last book that I read was Conversation with God. It's a trilogy. Really, I finished the trilogy the last month. It's the Neil Walsh. It's a bestseller in 2002. Really, it's a interesting book because it's in the book the author try now do a dialogue with God, but in different manner, different way. In this book, this talk with God like a friend, or like not like a big person at Intouchable Good. It's a friend, like maybe your neighborhood, and he starts to question about different things in the life. And the first, the most important book of the trilogy was the first, because in this he mm, talk about the conceptions and the philosophy of the life for the happiness. Maybe I think this is a philosophical book, but it's interesting because he match different philosophies or different theories, like attraction theory and the Hindu theory and some aspects of the Christian religion and the Catholic religion too. So it's um, it's a it's good for it's a book that gives you or gives you a lot of question about your actual life. But so it's in some time it's hard to read because the words and the structure it's very complicated, and the concepts are not clear. No, because uh, the ideas that he tried to show us, it's he says that it's difficult to explain in this alphabet, in this language. And but really the book it's focused in the happiness, in the live the persons, and to make or live or no have the awareness about our decisions. All our life is about our decisions, and our happiness depends only our decisions. And only always in life we have two situations. One situation you could change these situations, and other that you couldn't change. And that you couldn't change, only you close the door and go on.
Interesting. Wow, that sounds like a really intelligent read, like a helpful nonfiction type, help you contemplate and think about life even.
Yes, it's interesting. I recommend that this book
Good.
to read it slowly, maybe. Yes,
Yeah.
because it's now easy to understand the concepts.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot like the philosophy books I read in college,
Yes,
Philosophica. Yeah, I haven't read a book like that in a long time.
yes. What book you read in this time?
Right
At this time?
now, I'm reading a book called A Heartbreaking Work of Staggering Genius. And it's kind of fiction, nonfiction, that a guy wrote about his life. Both of his parents passed passed away. Whoops, sorry. Both of his parents died within a month of each other and left him with his little brother. So he's 22 and he's raising his 9-year-old brother. And it just kind of tells the story of how he does that. It's really good so far. I'd recommend it. All right, so thank you, Julian, and thank you, everyone. I love reading, so I may have taken a little extra time for this question. But let's go on. Ah, this is a great one. A good conditional. We have a conditional question. So, what object would you rescue if your house was on fire? So, for this question, we'll assume your family is safe, and let's say your pets are safe too, if you have a pet. So, really think of an object, a physical object that you would rescue. And Kako, it's your turn to go first. What would you save if your house was on fire?
Being my family and I in safe conditions, I would only rescue my documents because I think all that I need to do in the life, to work, to move around the city, to do all these things, we need our personal documents. They are extremely necessary to rent a new house, to buy a car, to withdraw money from at the ATM at the bank, and to obtain new documents, you need to present documents, and I think they are extremely useful, more than the furniture of the house, more than my bag, my bed, more than my clothes. I would rescue them and take them with me, teacher.
Great, great. Very practical. Yeah, it would be hard to replace documents. And if everything is burnt, you want to have your documents to try to build a new life. Great answer. Thank you very much, Kako. Let's see. Anna Carolina, how about you? What would you save from a burning house?
Okay. The most valuable thing, talking about money, is my box of jewelry. But I would save my computer because all pictures from me and my family are on my computer, either my computer or my external HD. I don't know if I can call this way.
External hard drive.
External hard drive, because of the pictures, my memories. I like to look at the pictures and to remember the places I've been, and it would be very sad to lose it. And the documents, I can go to what's the name of the place in English? Stephanie.
To get new documents.
The registry.
Yeah, like the courthouse, the city courthouse or something.
The city courthouse, or I don't know, this place, and ask for new ones. I would ask one relative or my parents. They probably kept my birth certification, and then I would ask for new documents. But my pictures are pictures from my family, my trips, everything that I have been experiencing in my life so far. No, I wouldn't like to lose those things.
Yeah.
It's more valuable, emotionally speaking, than my jewelry.
Right. Yeah, yeah, because you can't go back in time and take new pictures. Yeah, so photos are definitely very valuable, in my opinion. Great. So documents, photographs, or hard drive with photographs. Julian, what would you save from your house if it was on fire?
Really, uh, I am thinking that maybe I am watching around me in my room, and I think that I rescue my guitar. Can I rescue my two guitars or only one?
Well, it says object, so just one. You have to choose one of the two guitars.
I have to choose one. Okay. Okay. I choose my electric guitar. No, my electric guitar no, because the amplifier it's other object and it's one object, an acoustic guitar. Because for me it's very relaxing play guitar, and if the my house was on fire and after all of burning, I would play some song, different songs to stay happy and don't think about the house or the fire. And maybe in the next weeks when I try to build again or to recover the different things and issues of my house, I will play to stay happy and don't fall in depressing. And because for me the music it's very important in my life. It's the when I have troubles, I hear music to stay in fine. And when I am happy, I listen music. I hear sorry, I listen music to be more happy and to maintain this state of my life.
Great. I like that answer. Nice. So you'll have your guitar even when you are stressed and worried and afraid. You'll have your music to soothe you.
Yeah.
Great. All great answers so far, everyone. So last but not least, John, what would you save if your house was on fire?
Okay. If my house was on fire, then uh, definitely, definitely, I think that I should rescue my documents for immigration and visa, because apparently I'm not living in my country. Like America is a kind of foreign country to me, to work and study. So I think that I should rescue my passport and all the documents for my visa stuff, and they should be the first thing that I should rescue. The second would be like my laptop, I guess, because on my laptop I store a lot of important stuff, because like my programs or some data or because I'm not a big fan of cloud stuff that I can save all the things important, but anyway, uh, I think that my laptop should be the second thing that I should rescue. and then uh and then I guess that's it, because I live in a very humble place, which I don't have many like jewelries or like expensive suits or clothes or something like that. So yeah, so that's why I think that my documents and my laptop will be things that I would rescue if my house was on fire.
Great, great, well said.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I definitely think the visa would be very important.
Definitely, yeah.
Would be a nightmare to have your house burned down and not be able to prove that you're here legally.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, what would we say? There's an idiom. Hang on, it's on the tip of my tongue. To add insult to injury, um, or to add salt to your wounds, to make the situation worse.
All right, yeah.
Great, great answers, everyone. I think for me this isn't too difficult. Most of my possessions are in Minnesota. So if my house in New York burned down, I would rescue my laptop. It has all my photographs. I think that's most important for me. And of course all my work documents and other things. All right, I think we have time for one more, so let's go on. Last question. Who would you like to meet? So anyone in the world. It can be someone famous or not famous. Who would you most like to meet and why? And Ana Carolina, your turn to start.
Okay. Teacher, this question. My gosh. You know that I had a crush on Ashton Kutcher. Okay. But I will try to give a better answer. Hmm. Can be someone from the past.
Yep, anyone past, living or dead, let's say. They can be alive or dead, famous or not.
Albert Einstein. To have a class about the theory of relativity and and talk about the uh, trips through the space time. Oh my gosh, it was so silly.
I think that's a fun answer.
No. I'm sorry, Stephanie. This question is difficult for me. I'd like it to meet Dilma Rousseff to punch her face, and to throw at her a bunch of things that I'd like to, you know, to say that it is not nice of her to steal our money, and and her speeches are terrible, and that she's then making too much for pause, in my opinion. And
Uh-oh. Ana Carolina, I don't know if it's my end or yours, but I can't hear you anymore.
oh no,
Can you
can
hear
you
me?
hear me? Yes, I can. Guys, can you hear me? I can hear you well, very
Yes.
well.
I
Yeah,
can't tell if it's me or
how are
you.
you?
Ana, say something again.
Can you hear me, Stephanie?
Okay, I can like hear just a little bit and see you moving. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Anyone
you.
else?
I can hear you crystal clear. Julian, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear
Okay,
everyone.
But you have
the
your
same thing's
John, can you
happening with
hear me?
everyone now. It's like going in and out. Just 1 second, I'm gonna refresh.
Okay.
Okay, I think it was on my end because everyone's voice was going
Can
in and
you hear me now?
out. Yes, I can hear you. It's still going in and out a little, I think.
Okay, should I
Let me.
stop or carry on?
Weird. Oh, it's very weird. Julian, let's just try. Julian, will you try speaking?
Yes, no problem. You can hear me? No, no, she's lost.
It's very weird.
Mm.
Yeah, this is very weird. I'm only hearing like half of every word. Um, yeah, it must be me. Uh, Let me just try refreshing one more time. I'm very sorry. I can hear it's still doing it. I can hear it's just like every second going in and out. I need to start using Safari, I think. Google Chrome just doesn't work well with Hangout. Let's just try again. So, Julian, why don't you try? Who would you most like to meet?
Really? So I don't have nobody in my mind, but I think maybe maybe in it's I don't remember, it's a Claudia Baumon. I don't remember, it's a girl of it's a model here in Colombia. I don't know because it's very beauty, but I really because I don't have anyone in my mind now. Because I don't know, maybe for now, what think her about the life, and maybe have a great dinner and no more maybe.
All right. So I couldn't hear the first part, but I unplugged my headphones and then it stopped. Um, so I'm very sorry I didn't catch like the first part of what you said. A model. That's a good answer, especially when you can't think of an answer.
Yes, yes, because I don't have anyone
Yeah,
maybe for a fun dinner and other I don't know maybe other thing, but really other personality will will be more interesting. But I don't have anything now. You,
I
like Carolina, you shoot me with this question because I don't I don't know what to say. I
yeah,
don't know.
it's a tough one, but good answers. Great, and as always, just if you can't think of an answer, just say anyone. So great. We're just about out of time here. We are out of time, but let's just quickly hear from John. Who would you meet if you could meet anyone?
I think that uh, I think my family, because like since I left my hometown, I couldn't meet them quite often, like 3 or 4 times a year. So like just wherever I am, whatever I do, I always miss my family members, my sister and my parents. So I think that yeah, my family will be the people that I like to meet the most. Like just yeah,
Just you'd like to see them.
yeah, always like
I'm
just
sure. I'm sure you must miss them being very far away.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Good. Just one thing. Usually, this question would mean like someone you have never met before.
Mhm.
Usually, we would say like we can use meet, like visit or see,
Mhm.
but we'll usually say to meet up. Meet
Mm.
up. So this usually would be like someone you had never met.
Uh,
Um, But great answer. I won't make you answer again.
Okay.
I like your answer. Great. So let's hear, last but not least, Kako, who would you most like to meet?
Teacher, I would like to meet Dalai Lama because I admire him. He is a wise man. He's a simple man. He was the king of Tibet and was overthrown, overdrawn by the throne. But he lives as a simple person. He doesn't give value to the material side of life. He eats in a simple way. He dresses in a simple way, and he is an example of simplicity in the life. I admire him as well as I admire Gandhi and Martin Luther King.
Nice. Oh, that's a really great answer. I hadn't thought of that, but I think now that'll be my answer for this question as well.
Thank you, teacher.
Yeah, he's really an inspiring person. So great answer. And we are a little over time, but thanks for sticking around and sharing your answers with me. Good conversation, great speaking. And I'll be teaching this class again, I think every Sunday at this time.
Really
for the
cool.
next couple months. So I hope to see you all next week.
Okay, teacher. Thank you. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good
Have a good
evening.
week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks.